Hi, Evan. This is Mrs. A. I'm going to briefly take you through a tutorial to kind of help you create that simple app with the one question and then a couple answers that people can click on. So it seems like you're pretty familiar with importing images. So I'm going to kind of talk you through putting your text box and then the buttons on the screen. So I want you to click on Design, and you're going to bring over your text area. And this is where you're going to write your text. So let's say the question is, do you like video? Do you like video games or sleeping? Now, don't take my question. Okay. So you like video games or sleeping better? So maybe I'll change the text color. Maybe I'll change the background color. Maybe I want it to be like this light green. Maybe I want the text to be bigger, like that. Maybe I want it to look even bigger than that. Cool. Maybe I want it to be centered, so I'll do that. And so maybe you can change the border color. So play around with this, what this looks like, okay? And then you can drag over two buttons. So here's button number 1 and button number 2. So we definitely want pictures for these buttons, or you can just type what you have on those buttons. So you know how to upload images, I saw. So you don't need to, I don't need to go through that. So button number 1 would be video games. And then click on the second button. And then the next one would be sleeping. Okay. So you can also change the color of the buttons. You can choose the image to put inside the buttons. Okay. You can also change your screen itself by clicking on the screen. So you see how right now it's white. So you can change the background color to, let's say we want like a purple color. So there you go. And we want another screen. We want like a screen that says, hey, you voted on this. So if you go to this drop down right here, you'll create a new screen. And say, for instance, you want this one to say, cool, you did it. So bring another text area over and you'll say, thank you for your vote. Cool. And then again, we will increase the font size, that kind of thing. All right. So right now you have two screens. You have the first screen right here, and you have your second screen. So this is your user experience. So this is what your user is looking at. So it's you're basically wireframing your app. So this is where all these different things are going to go. So now what you need to do is go back to code, and you want something to happen when people click on these two buttons right here. So you're going to pick the on event button, and you need to make sure that you keep this as click, and then on event when you push button 1. And so you'll know it's button 1 because when you mouse over it, you see where it says button 1 right there. Okay. So we want button 1. When you click it, an event is going to happen. So you need to put the word event in there. The event is going to be, you're going to gather data. So you're going to create a record. Okay. And the record, oh, hi, sweetheart. That's my son. Sorry. You're going to grab this box right here where it says get text. So you're going to get the text. So the data is going to be the text from this button right here. So it is the text from button 1. Okay, so get text from button 1. So when the person clicks on your app, the video game button, if they click on it, those 2 words are going to be your data set. I'll show you that in a second. Okay. So now that we have the record of button 1, we want to change the screen. So after somebody clicks on that button, you're going to get the screen. So you're going to click on Set Screen. Set Screen to Screen 2. Because remember, you have a second screen. Okay. So here we go. So let's run and see what happens. So run. Do you like video games or sleeping? Video games. Cool. Thank you for voting. And right now, you have data on that one thing. So what happens now if you click the sleeping button? Nothing, because we have nothing coded for that button. So you have to go back again and do that same thing for this button. So button number 2. Okay. So again, click button number 2. When you click button number 2, an event will happen. That event is you're going to create a record. So you're going to collect some data. And that data is going to be the text that is on button number 2. There you go. And then after they click it, you're going to change the screen to screen 2. All right. So now my app should run with both buttons working. So here we go. Whoop. Let's make sure that I have everything in here. Yep. Let's see. Do I have something? Okay. So sorry about that. The debug commands came up and I just had to press this little continue button. So anyways, so everything looks good. So you reset your app, run it. And you see how the debug commands right there, continue. And then I'm going to press sleeping now. There you go. Thank you for your vote. I'll go to my data and there's my second vote of sleeping. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully you can get a simple app coded and you can add some images if you want, just like you did before. With your cooking demonstration app, I would possibly, if you give somebody a choice of like a meal that one of these cooks create, maybe your screen that they push when they push the button can be that cook and they can learn about that cook. And so instead of the thank you for your vote, it could be a picture of that chef, that cook that meal. That would be a cool idea. All right, try it out. Let me know if this helps, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.